ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Welcome to the Roundtable, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon. You're listening to some Broadway World or over here on the Broadway Podcast Network. So when I heard about this movie, I told my students about this movie here in Detroit because ain't nobody love NLE Choppa like the students of Detroit Lions Academy, and they need to check this out. And then you have Eazy-E, you have the Bad Girls Club, you have a cast, and we have the director and writer Wes Miller. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Robert.
I don't mean to call them by their character names of the show, but I'm talking about the movies they done, Dream Girl and Jason
Yeah.
Mitchell, etc. But we know them and we love them. Congratulations. Tell us about Black Heat.
Yeah, thank you. It's a movie that, is really close to my heart, man. It's about, what parents will do to help their child, man. Like, and when that's put against the most extreme circumstance, what do you do as a father? What do you do as a mother when the whole world turns it back on you and it's just, do you walk away, or do you, take things into your own hands?
And congrats. Not only is this movie coming out, but you have a release. You have wrote a movie and put it out that's going to be seen in theaters. People can make sure to check it out. How important is that to you nowadays where everything's on demand, everything's streaming? Get popcorn, get a soda, and go to the movies.
Yeah, it's huge, man. For me, I fell in love with film in the cinema, in the theaters. I would watch a movie behind another movie, behind another movie, sometimes not leaving the movies, So I was young, but just back to back to back. And there's just something about the experience of closing off the world, sitting in a dark room, hearing the sound like it's supposed to be heard, feeling the bass vibrating your body, watching it, just watching somebody that looks like you. And so for me, I love streaming. I will watch something on streaming, but we deserve theatrical experiences too. And I think as a filmmaker, I think it's our responsibility to make these films in a responsible manner, budget wise, give it to the audience, and let them have that opportunity where you're not losing people's money, but also you're able to give this theatrical experience to an audience that I know is still hungry for these. And for me, looking back at the 90s, the 70s, every 20, 25 years, you have these pockets of real action, visceral films that actually speak to deeper, thematic material, and put it on the big screen, man. Let us go watch it.
Go put it on a big screen and go. Now, am I wrong to say that without seeing this film, I have a secret screener, so I'm going to watch it this weekend. Me and the husband are going to watch it this weekend. But here's my question for you, Wes. This feels to me like Taken, but with flair, with spice, with edge, with something like we're going to go find our kid and we're going to do it in the most gangster fun way that you could make. Is that what this is?
I don't think that's a unfair analogy, man. I think Taken goes international. We're right here in the hood, man.
With it. I'm
we're
excited.
yeah.
I'm excited. You've worked with so many great and talented people. Your films have won at film festivals, been all over the place. If it's people that we love on the show, like if you and Tay Diggs, I love Notori Naughton so much. She's such a good
Yeah.
actor, singer, and all of that. But then you take this cast, which has film people like Jason, you have TV people, and then you have hip hop people. They all come
Mhm.
with a different skill set. How was you as a director? Do you make the experience great for everyone? On
So I think for me, it's always just understanding each individual actor and actress, right? And it's just making sure I understand their strengths, where they need a little bit of extra support. So somebody like Jason, who is, hands down to me, one of the best working actors alive today. He's amazing. And when you see him in here, you're gonna be like, oh, I see what Wes was talking about. Um, I tease, but I think this is his best performance since Eazy-E. I'm biased, yes, but it's good. And then you have somebody like Bryson, like Choppa, who is new, and then Dream, who is also new to the craft, and just understanding what room do they need to slide in their performance. And so Dream might need a couple of more takes than, let's say, what Choppa will, but I could always go to Jason first, then let everybody warm up, then turn the camera. So it's just really about sticking with your actor, figuring out what they need to give them the best chance to be successful. But by the time I brought them in, every actor, I knew they were beyond capable of delivering what it was needed to be delivered.
Oh, And you all got to check out this film and make sure that you're there and you see it. And the release date's March 28th, everybody. So it's here. It's literally
Yep.
here. You talk about the person. Firstly, kudos to you for starting your company. Kudos for you for making your own films. Kudos for you for being your own yes, that you're out here making the movies you want to make, that the people want to see. And it's so important to see people that look like us on screen and tell stories that we relate to. So thank you for what you do.
Thank
Secondly,
you.
you are a dad, and
Mhm.
I know you have a personal inspiration to this film. What was your journey like to write this? Where did you first get this idea?
So it first came from I worked with Jason and I was looking for a vehicle, a leading vehicle for him because when we worked on Caller King together, we not only like I saw him and his skill as an actor, but as a human, like we became friends. And I was like, dude, like I'm like you got a lot in there that the world hadn't even seen yet. Like, I'm gonna write something. So as I was thinking, like, what could I do? And I was like, all right, I'm a father. My daughter was 3 or 4 when I started. And I've always like just from the time I looked at her, I remember just walking around the block. You'll see there's a monologue that Jason gives, and I remember walking around the block, like working on this monologue, just like as a father, like when I looked at my daughter, how did I feel? How did I feel? And then it just reminded me of the responsibility of us as fathers have over these kids, boys and girls, but little girls especially, because we're their first love. Dads are their first love, and what happens when we're not there? Or what when then they're starting to seek that love from other places, and that's a huge responsibility that won't rear its head until like 10 to 15 years later, but we got to pay attention now. So that's where it came from.
Well, it's a great idea, and it's a scary idea, but it's something that we will live, and how will we handle it? And you get to see how these parents handle it. Your company, Blacklight, which is, do you say produced the film, distributed the film? whatever
Yes.
whatever the proper wording is about the film. What can we do to support your company, your own? Is it buy a ticket, tell a friend? What can we do as regular people to help you do what you do?
Yeah, buy a ticket and tell a friend. And then also, yeah, just always give feedback because we're always looking to get better. Like, what kind of stories do people want to see? Like, let us know. But 100% on this case, like, we have to let people know that there is a theatrical demand because even outside of what we're doing, the theaters are just everything's going to streaming.
Yeah.
And I don't, again, like they have their business model, but the cinema has been around for hundreds of years for a reason. And yes, we can go home, we can chill and watch some stuff, but like let us have options to go out. So yeah, just like buy tickets, tell friends, tell as many friends as you can. And yeah, and follow us on social media. Let us give us some feedback. Let us know how you feel. I think on the next release, we're gonna kind of take it as a tour. So like we'll be in Detroit, like screening. We're gonna like take tours all around with our joints.
Well, when you come to Detroit, I got a Coney dog and a Fago soda waiting for you out here in the Midwest. We
All
got
right,
you 313. That's a promise.
all
I,
right.
I went to the movies over. We saw Mufasa as a family. Me and my in-laws, everybody. We all went and saw it, and it was something about being there, buying the popcorn, sitting in the dark, having an experience together. So if you're looking for a date night, if you're looking for a fun evening, you have friends. Instead of going to the restaurant or the bar or the club, go to the movies. Go enjoy
Yeah,
a night out at the movies, and
yeah, man.
it'll make such a big difference. So what is your mission? What's next? Will you have more stuff in your brain? Like are you just a writing, producing, directing fiend over there?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna keep doing it while the ideas keep coming because I'm afraid one day they're gonna dry up. So yeah, we just did a courtroom drama with Leon, Elise Neal, Stakaya Washington. It's a really interesting courtroom drama, contained like it was a real experience. Then we did a Bloody Night. We finished that one with Leon, Don Halfkenny, Choppa's back in that one. Tala Barbarousse is in that one. Jack Wright is in that one. And then we just did kind of like a prequel called Mercy, Mercy Me with Jason and Lil Mama and Carlos Ponce in that one. So we got like a little slate that, we're building. And again, like, we're cutting through the malarkey, I guess. It's just like, look, we know an audience and we can get direct to the audience. Like, like you said, we have to make our own yeses. We have to be our own gatekeepers. And it's been a long time coming, Robert. I mean, it's not an easy road, man. But like, I'm happy.
I know that the struggle is real for creatives out here and just make your own projects. Shout out to Leon's been here. He is one of the most talented, smart actor,
Oh,
insane
yeah.
actor. So you need to check out all that. I'll be following you. We'll be following the film company. We'll all be there. And I can't tell my kids to listen to Chopper's music because it's
I
not
know.
appropriate. My students, but they turned me on to it. They told me, Mr. Bannon, you need to get it together. You need to and I listened and said, okay. I can't repeat this to my mom, but it's got a beat, y'all. So make sure you check out the film, which has some music in it by him as well.
I
And
was just gonna say you can listen to Hard Life. They can listen to that one. He is perfectly for this song, and my instruction to him was keep it clean.
keep it
Like
clean. That's
keep
it.
it clean.
Well, we'll be there. Black Heat is out, everybody, this weekend. You got to check it out. Make sure you see it and support filmmakers out here doing their thing. And we're so grateful that you're here with us. Thanks, Wes. It's an honor, and I can't wait for the next one.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you
We're
for
in
having me.
Detroit. See you in Detroit.
All right, brother. Thank you.